Do you wake up each day with a direction and an idea of where you're going? Or do you find that your life is very predictable and you're living the same patterns that you did the day before? Today I'm going to share with you how to create a big vision for your life. But before we do that, we need to understand what a vision is and why it's important. Basically, having a big vision is you have a destination in mind of where you want to go. You're essentially creating a life by design. You know where you're going in the future. You see yourself in 5, 10, 20 years from now, and you have some clarity around what that looks like and how you want to get there. Because if you don't have a vision, then you're going to be living on your habits. You're programmed to do similar things every single day, and therefore your life is going to be very predictable. So in order to live a life on your own terms, that is why it's super important to have a big vision for your life. And the only thing that you really need to do is to make a decision that you're committed and you want to go after that life that you really want. Now, in terms of getting creative and finding out what that vision is, maybe you're not sure right now. That's okay. We're going to talk about that in a second. But here's something to consider. The chances are something out in the future so far away that seems so big and like a dream may seem impossible. And that's why it's important for you to make that decision within yourself and to have an emotional meaning of why you truly want that. What do you really want in your life and why do you want it? You see, the emotion, the meaning behind it is going to give you the fuel it takes to get to where you want. Because I guarantee you along the way, there's going to be roadblocks, there's going to be obstacles, and you're going to get stuck. So you need to have that compelling reason that helps you make that vision become a reality. Now we understand why it's important to have a vision and what it is. Let's talk about how you can create that vision for your life so that you can start living the life that you truly want to live. A simple process that you can get into the habit of doing is creative writing or journaling. Now, this is simply just a process where you can sit down and you can forget your current situation, your current circumstances, any limitations, any limiting beliefs you have, and really think, what would you love to have in your life? How would you like to spend your time? Where would you like to go? Just try and do it with no limitations whatsoever and really find what you desire, find what excites you, what things would you like to achieve in your life, how do you like to spend your time? And going through that exercise is going to start to spark some ideas. Maybe it's certain hobbies and passions that you haven't spent enough time doing. Maybe it's that you want to go traveling. Maybe you dream of having your own home, starting a family. Maybe it's something completely different, but you won't know unless you get creative with that and you start thinking about it and playing around with it. And then to take that step further, we can go into visualization. Now, this is really the process of creating the images in your mind and making them seem real so that you can change your beliefs and you can change your emotions so that you can start to see that and see what it feels like before it actually happens. Now, you can do this in many ways, but one of the best times to do it is just before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning, when your brain waves are changing between different states and you're in that suggestive mode, your subconscious mind is going to be more open to receiving that information. That's why doing it before bed or first thing in the morning can be really beneficial. But honestly, just doing it any time of the day is going to help you. And you can start to visualize with more clarity the more you do this. And the journaling can be used as a tool to get some creative ideas, and then you can spend some specific time visualizing the process. Now, I personally have another process which I use, and I've taken the vision and then I've created affirmations and I've turned it into an audio file with music and sound effects and things that resonate with me emotionally so that I can speak to myself when I'm in that state just before bed and first thing in the morning through an audio file that I've made to help really amplify the emotions and the intensity, speaking in the present tense as if it's already happened. So I'll share that process with you in a future video if you're interested. If you are, just let me know in the comments below and it's something I'll put together to help you out. And another really important factor when it comes to creating a vision for your life is you're going to have limiting beliefs. You're going to start thinking big and there's going to be some kind of boundary where you feel like you can't break through that. You're going to be restricted within this certain area, and that's basically your beliefs keeping you in this area for how you see life to be true to you and the experiences you've had. So a lot of the things you want are going to require you to change your beliefs to do that. And the best way to get rid of a limiting belief is to replace it with a new, more empowering one. There's going to be beliefs that you've had in your life that have served you to this point, but maybe now they're not. Maybe you're looking to take your life to the next level, and you're going to have to require to change that, because as you're living in the comfort that you have, it's not allowing you to get to that next stage. So there will be some things that you need to adjust and change. And I've actually created a belief blueprint exercise in a little toolkit, which you can go through that process several times, and it will help you actually start to rewire that and to change some of your beliefs, which ultimately will change the results in your life. So if you want to get a free copy of that, again, I'll put a link below this video where you can get access to that. And then here's a cool thing. So with the vision, maybe it seems so far away because right now you're here in this moment and the future is so far away from you. Depending on what vision you have, how big it seems, how realistic or unrealistic it may seem. So what we do from the vision is we want to break it down and we want to reverse engineer it. So let's say your vision is for 10, 15 years from now. How about we just break it down to 1 year? What does a 1 year goal look like? What would be the steps you need to take so that if you were to do that within 10, 15 years, you would get there? And then when you break it down to 1 year, you can break it down to monthly or quarterly goals. Then you can look at adding tasks and things into your schedule, your habits, your activities, the day-to-day things that you need to do to make that a reality. Because if we just talk about a vision without any of the actionable steps to get there, it's going to seem impossible. But doing these exercises, the visualization, the belief changing, the emotional feelings, and the creative writing, all of those things are tools that will help you get into that state and to believe it to be more real, so that you're more likely to take the actions you need and you'll become inspired to understand the steps you need to take. Because right now, you probably don't know the exact steps you need to take to get to where you want to be. But if you were to reverse engineer a little bit, you can pick 1, 2, 3 little tasks you can put into your calendar that you know are going to help you move forwards. And as time goes on, when you do this and you visualize every day, you change your beliefs and you go over them every day, it's going to change the way you feel and you actually start believing you're going to achieve this. Then new ideas, new things will come up for you along the way. And then lastly, I want to ask you a question. How will having a vision for your life change your life? What would it be like to actually be that person, to live that life right now? How would it feel? Think about it and really feel the emotions of that. Get excited about it and find a way that is compelling and pulls you along. Because as I said, it is going to be challenging at times. But if you can find a deep rooted reason of why you're doing this and you can see and feel the differences in your life when it happens, it's going to make all the difference. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the subscribe button and share it with someone else, and I'll speak to you soon.